back. Sorry about the break there, but while I was making the last video I got a phone call from the nursery that my little boy goes to say that he had fallen and split his chin. So I had to go to hospital, and he's got a great big gash down his chin which needed a few of those kind of stitchy things on it, but he's fine. So I'm back to try and get this video finished. This is 2 days after, so hence the different appearance. So yes, this is where I got to. Cleanliness and Godliness, skiffle band, definitely worth checking out if you like a kind of funky, folky Country Joe and the Fish, or Holy Modal Rounders, maybe, that kind of freak folk. It's got a mixture of, there's some kind of spoken word bits in there. I wouldn't go as far as to say there's skits on it, but yeah, definitely worth checking out, especially the song Lotus Blossom. As a lot of people know, I'm not the biggest jazz person out there, and this is now, I've had it as a twofer of Time Out and Time Further Out, but I thought I would treat myself to, well, I say treat myself, get myself a copy of Time Out by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. This is an original UK pressing on Fontana. I just love that cover. This one was in really quite nice condition. It was pretty cheap, £5 I think I paid for this. But this is a great album. Doesn't really need any. It's the nice kind of Fontana label. Doesn't really need any explanation. Fred had just recently shown this in one of his videos, which was, I like that kind of synchronicity that happens in the VC when, you know, you've been listening to something and then somebody else shows it. It's quite nice. So yeah, so I'm pleased to get that. Like I said, jazz is something that I'm not a huge jazz head. Like, I know there are a lot of people in the VC that are, but at the same time, it's something I want to get into, but I don't get exposed to it enough to really know what I like. And then going back to my package that I sent to Mike, the main reason I sent him the package was for the Phantom Band album. And actually the day that I posted it, they released this, which is their next album, called Fear's Trending. You'll maybe notice the artwork's very similar, and Fear's Trending is actually, I think, an anagram of Strange Friend, which the other album was called. Yeah, this is really good. The artwork and title and everything allude to the fact that most of the songs on this were recorded during the same recording sessions as Strange Friend, so it has a very similar feel and sound, and artwork and title. But this is really good. 7 tracks, but they're quite long. And this one was sent to me by Ian. He asked me for my address, and he's got them. He's got all the guys to sign it for me, including him. And before you worry, yeah, they did actually go to the effort of taking the cellophane off and signing underneath, which is really nice. And another thing that they did was they actually signed the label, which was really cool. So this has, like I said, a very similar sound to the other album. Really very good. There's just a great mix. I think that's the thing that I really like about them is it's not, you never get bored of listening to it because the songs are so varied. They're quite expansive. I like this track here. Denise Hopper was really good. And Kingfisher maybe. Like, I've only played it a couple of times and I wasn't really paying attention to the track listing. But one of them's got a kind of it starts with almost spaghetti western kind of guitar, but then kind of moves into a almost dancey floor filler almost. It's that kind of variedness. It's really good, and it's also got guest vocals by Alistair Roberts as well. But this is great, and Mike, if you're watching, yeah, definitely worth getting this one. So yeah, this is the Phantom Band's newest one, and also thanks to Ian for sending this to me. This is really awesome. I'm delighted with this. So keep up the good work. And finally, the last thing I've picked up recently is Gorilla by the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, who are British psychedelic, eccentric rock band, but they're kind of a bit jazzy, a bit music hall. For anybody who doesn't know who they are, if you're a Beatles fan and you've seen Magical Mystery Tour, they are the band that are playing on stage when they go through one of the sections when they're in the army base, possibly. I think so. But yeah, this is a great album, great mix of stuff. I don't know whether you could really say they were the British mothers of invention, possibly. But they have a lot more kind of whimsy, I think, than the mothers do, and I think much better. They're kind of like possibly early Pink Floyd in places, and the more psychedelic side of the Beatles, but really very good. Yeah, the tracks, Jollity Farm, Death Cab for Cutie is probably the most famous track on this album, and in fact I think that's the song they're playing on Magical Mystery Tour. But yeah, highly recommend this. I want to pick up more of their stuff, and again, this is really cheap. This is a first press on a nice blue Liberty label. This was only about £5, I think I paid for it. But you should easily be able to get a copy for 10, and well worth picking up. I think did one of the members go on to be in the Ruttles as well? Possibly. Was Neil Innes, I think, maybe in the Bonzos. Yeah, great album. So that's it. I've also been frantically trying to keep up drawing my book, so I'll give you a quick view of what we've done. I think I'd shown the Aphex Twin. That's the Al Cooper and Shuggy Otis, and Grateful Dead, and Loved Ones. Wasn't so keen on how that one had turned out. Dave Brubeck, I enjoyed doing that one, and Queen Anne's lace. And then also did Cleanliness and Godliness skiffle band, which you definitely need to check out. So well, that's 10 minutes, and my other video I think was about 10 minutes, so this is going to be plenty long enough. So thanks again to everyone who's watched and commented recently. I am approaching 500 subscribers, which I think is quite crazy. So I might do a competition of some description if I get there, but it could be a while. So yeah, take care and love to hear your comments.